Hello everyone, hi, welcome and thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a collective and timeless reading, so whenever this reading finds its way to you is the right time, but do keep in mind it's a general reading, so see which signs, symbols, messages resonate for you in your particular situation and hopefully help to bring you a little clarity to whatever you're wondering, concerned, and confused about. This could broaden your perspective and show you something with fresh eyes. It could also narrow your focus and show you something you could be missing, but in the end, always trust yourself. That divine inner guidance is inside of you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition so that your decisions are sound and based in love and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin with something kind of visual. This is the Oracle of Visions. They're really pretty pictures. So let's just get a little picture of the energy going on. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ, consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest and the greatest good of all. One card for the collective, a little clarity on the energy going on. Please and thank you. Oh, look at this woman. She has like energetic colored strings that she is sewing. It's like an energetic tapestry. It could be that some of you actually sew. Maybe you need to get out that sewing machine that's all dusty. It could be a mending, something that you used to wear, or mending a situation. But look at the energy on this. It's different. I mean, I feel like this is something that's kind of multi-dimensional here. There's all the different colors, so this could represent the rainbow of energy at the end of a storm. It could also be your chakras being aligned. It could be different colors and auras between you and maybe people around you blending together in a beautiful tapestry. Look at this really old, it looks like a Singer sewing machine. It doesn't even have a pedal though, because it looks like you have to crank it. I mean, also, her outfit kind of looks like mine a little bit. She got that white thing, although she's sexier. Mine's a little more old lady-like. Even the sewing machine here, it's like creating this sparkly, magical energy. It could be with the strings that you are cutting some energetic ties, cutting some situations away that don't bring this beautiful vibration of spiritual rainbow energy into your world. It's number 13, which does represent death, which is like the phoenix rising, and that is actually letting something completely go to become something new, to grow your spiritual wings. I don't always go to the book with this particular deck, but I kind of want to see what the basic words are. Productivity, control, and organization. Very nice. So maybe you are getting more organized. You do feel like you are doing something very productive that involves your spirit. It's something like nourishing to your soul. It feels good in your energy, like it's actually vibrating you and turning your power back on. It's interesting because I don't think there's a power cord on that kind of sewing machine. It says, take your needle, my child, and work at your pattern. It will come out a rose by and by. Oh, I switched to my rose today. Beautiful. Life is like that, one stitch at a time, taken patiently, and the pattern will come out all right, like the embroidery. Oliver Wendell Holmes. Ooh, maybe some of you actually embroider or do something, maybe not just with a sewing machine, embroidery machine, a Cricut, some kind of computer graphics, web design, costume design. I'm even seeing old clothes put together to make something new. So maybe some of you actually go to like secondhand stores and revamp clothing. Maybe it starts with getting yourself a little more organized, clearing your space, writing down a plan, something step by step, stitch by stitch. I just thought of stitches. I can't think if that's Shawn Mendes or the other one, the other cute boy. I'll find stitches and I'll put it below. Let's go to something different. Switch it up. Let's do something super simple. This is Angel Answers. Clarity on productivity, organization, skill, control. With control, I mean, if you have those strings attached to other people or too much in other situations and you're kind of pushing and pulling something, maybe that's where you're releasing some need to control, and bringing that controlling energy back to yourself, because that's where it will be the most valuable and productive and feel the best. Let's get one card, clarity for the collective, 113. Yes, exclamation point. So yes, you're getting something back into your control, your sphere of influence. Your world is changing. You're feeling a little more productive. You're feeling like, you're taking the right steps in the right direction. That's giving you this beautiful spiritual rainbow. You're starting to see the bigger picture of something, the bigger tapestry of your life. That's huge. You can only go step by step, day by day. I'll show you at the bottom here. You do have a peaceful resolution, which is really, really nice. So whatever you were trying to figure out or come up with a solution, you're going to figure out a way where it feels gentle and peaceful, resolved. There is another rainbow here. A rainbow bridge across a situation. This one also has the sun and the moon, masculine, feminine, yin, yang. Actually, there's a big star here. So there is spiritual guidance coming down inside of you. They have different wings. It's pretty cool. It is masculine and feminine. The wings on this angel are like fluffy and I don't know, they're like down feathers, huge. And this one is a little different. It's a little more like an eagle or a hawk. So the way these angels fly is probably different. I see one like a little more direct, really fast, and the other one kind of flitting and floating gently. All right, let's see. Let's continue. Let's just bounce around today and see what comes through. Well, the flitting and the floating kind of make me think of fairies. So let's go to the fairy. What is this? Magical messages from the fairies. Clarity for the collective on yes. Maybe it's saying yes. Maybe somebody's saying yes to you. Maybe it's feeling like you finally made a decision and you know which direction to go, what to do with your energy. Yes. Maybe you're waiting to hear a yes or a no for a job or an opportunity or a resolution and you finally get the answer yes. I think there's a song by Floetry, if I'm saying her name correctly. I think it's called Say Yes. One card for collective, please. Another message. Dietary change. The last time I got this card, there was so much information that came through with dietary change. There's a little, like, I think they're pansies here. That's a little girl and a grandma, or like an older energy, exchanging stories, having tea. Improve your diet and your life will also improve. So, I mean, if some of you are eating too much fast food, you're not getting your fruits and vegetables, your vitamins and your minerals, it's really making some readjustments. Really being in tune with your own personal body, because we're all really different, and making some adjustments that really bring some huge changes into your world. Sometimes it's really big changes you have to do. And sometimes it's just something little, you know, maybe packing your lunch, going to a different place to eat. If you always have to go out and you always go to fast food, maybe finding a place that has, you know, something a little healthier. It's also how you shop. If you shop smart and you shop, you know, whether it's organically or, you know, at a local farm or in those far ends of the supermarket where the food that's not in a box is, if you have that stuff in your house, then you tend to use it more when you cook. It could also be food preparation. So you take a day, you have some food prepared, make something big, put some of it in the freezer so you have some for later. Maybe some of you are actually making some better lunches for your children or your honey or yourself. Drinking more water. Maybe talking to a nutritionist. But it looks like some of you do need to change up how you are eating. I mean, the food that you put into your body is all the little living energy that gives us the energy to move, to heal, you know, to handle stress and all that stuff. So when you eat healthy, really makes a big difference. I just heard a growing boy. Maybe some of you have like kids that are maybe going through that growth spurt, adolescence, hormone age. They're eating a lot. Maybe it's a girl too. I did hear, like, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. So maybe some of you are, I don't know, maybe you're like starting to date and instead of going out to dinner all the time, you actually cook something nice. All right, let's continue. Let's just get some more messages. Let's go to the Creativity Oracle. Clarity on dietary change. Yes. Peaceful resolution. Productivity, control, organization. Let's get a creative message for you guys. One card. Please and thank you. Actualization. You will achieve your full potential by virtue of your creativity and your honest pursuit of truth. So, you also have change at the bottom. So, oh, this is really pretty. This girl has this sexy belly shirt on. She does look like she is looking at a mirror or something. That's a reflection. Looking at her own reflection. Seeing the truth in a situation. Seeing something in reality. But yet also having this sunshine energy of dreams and possibility. It's both. It's taking that spiritual energy and then bringing it down into your reality. Your full potential by virtue of your creativity and honest pursuit of truth. So if you pursue what your heart really feels as truth, the joy that you really feel, the way your soul's really pulling you down a certain path, that's where you're going to be the most productive. It's when you do something where you're having fun, where your heart's really in it, that time goes away and opportunities open up and you just feel more alive. Therefore, what you manifest is different. It's 64, which is a 10. That's nice. That's like the Wheel of Fortune, or it's like the Yang I Am energy with a beautiful portal of protection and energy around it, like a big magnifying glass. But look at this sun. It's really, really pretty. It also, like, it does make me kind of think of like a tapestry or a patch. Maybe like a patch on a shirt or a hat or something like that is important. I feel like it is embroidered. Like you can actually see the actual stitches in it. And then you have these beautiful swans here. At the bottom is change. For a change, do something you usually do a certain way in a different way. So switching it up. Switch something up. If you feel like change isn't happening, you know, you're productive, but like you don't really feel like you're moving. You feel like you're just like getting through it kind of energy, like meh. Then you got to switch it up. You got to throw a monkey wrench in there. You got to do something different. If you're trying to come up with a solution and it's not happening or just has the same results, you have to do it a different way. You have to approach it a different way. You have to think about it a different way. You have to perhaps have a different energy about you when you do it. So for some of you, you just need to try something different. Actually, a different experience. Look at this bird bringing a pink star. You got this awesome alligator thing here. It has like tribal print. There's a big fish here. I don't know why that makes me think of a salmon. Look at this bird. The bird is like actually catching a star as its focus. So the star is like a healing energy. Healing, hope, faith, possibility. It's that big guiding light. Maybe you have a message coming through since the bird, a message that actually brings you some hope, faith, feels like a healing situation, a peaceful resolution. 43 brings you to a 7, which is a spiritual path. It's a spiritual change. All right, let's switch it up. What should we bounce to? Maybe do a vibe. Let's see what the vibe is. Let's just do one card from this deck. That's the vibe. Clarity on dietary change, productivity. You got two. You got a double whammy here, kind of. You have a dietary change and a change. Actualization. Sometimes I know I do get repeat songs, but I do hear a change is gonna come. I was born by the river in a lonely tent. Oh, and just like the river I've been. So I actually hear the other version, Leela James, and I heard changes. I think that's Tupac. I will put those below. Let's get one vibe card for you guys. This could be your vibe, the vibe around you, perhaps the vibe within or around someone you are energetically connected to via love. Blood ties and inner circle. So family. So it could be big change in a family. It could be, you know, feeling like you finally got a sense of control and organization amongst your family. You know, this is different energies with all of these different colors, different personalities, making some dietary changes in your family. This could also be chosen family, even though it says blood ties. It's inner circle. So not everybody has a big family, and families are really complicated, you know? So sometimes families get along really, really good. Sometimes, you know, a family is, I don't know, just kind of really consistent. And sometimes there's huge changes in a family. People leave and get married. New people come in. You know, babies come about. All kinds of things happen. Marriages, divorces, people move, people change. I mean, you do have change here. And actualization. But sometimes when there's differences of opinions or just different energies in a family, even though there's usually love there, sometimes it's your chosen family, those people that you actually energetically connected to because you really get each other, that really are those soul ties. You know, it's not really one or the other. I think this is a question you have to ask yourself, whom you're thinking about. Are you thinking about those people that aren't necessarily your blood family, but they're, you know, that's your boy, that's your girl, that's your sister, that's your brother, you know, they got your back, they're always there? Or are you actually thinking about your boy, your girl, your sister, your brother, your mom, your dad, your partner, your lover? But it does look like whatever this is, it's a change that's coming through, and yet it is a big yes that it's going to have a peaceful resolution. But when there's others involved, it does mean that everyone has free will. Everyone learns something in their own timing. Everyone has their own feelings and their own experiences, their own points of view. So it is having allowance, good communication, clarity. Let's get one more card from this deck. Clarity on family. Inner circle. What did I just, who is that? Is Inner Circle a band? Kind of a reggae band? Is that the La 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 song? La 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 Dum Dum Dum. I think that's that song, but I could be wrong. Girl, I want to make you sweat. Is that song? Wow, that was in the dusty brain files. I think it's Inner Circle, but you know, sometimes the brain files get mixed up with the musical jukebox in there, but either way, I'll find that song and I'll put it below. Actually, that song reminds me of my prom. Oh my gosh, what a weird little memory to come up. I can remember dancing to that song in my prom, and I had a green sequins mermaid looking dress. I haven't gotten over the sequins from the time I was a child to high school to now. At least, you know, there's something that was consistent. Maybe you hear a song that reminds you of like a cool little event in your life. You can remember exactly what you were doing, what you were wearing. Thinking about little moments in your tapestry of life. One more card from the vibe deck for the collective, please, and thank you. Oh, and then we have running. I think that's No Doubt or Gwen Stefani. Escape, denial, and excuses. So that could be you. This could also be someone else, where they're at. Maybe running away from a problem. Maybe they actually have to turn away from something. to go towards a better situation, a more comfortable situation. Here, running on empty. It's escape. Is that another Gwen Stefani popping through? Does she have one called Sweet Escape? Gwen, look at you coming on through with this reading. Denial and excuses. So, I mean, if there's excuses, that's kind of like the blame game. That's you or somebody else kind of always blaming someone else or their circumstances or doing this because that happened or not doing it because of that. And I mean, people only learn when they're ready. And that's that. Where's that mirror that girl had? This, you know, it takes looking at something and having some self-reflection before change can happen. Sometimes that's just when the lesson is ready to be learned or when the timing is right. And then you do have this, interesting. You have actualization. And then you have a little denial here. It's like somebody purposefully putting on the blinders. Like, if I don't see it, it's not there. If I don't see it, it's not there. And then what happens with that is it just gets buried away. I just looked at the bottom of the deck and you do have harmony down here. It gets buried away and it builds up. And when you have blockages like that, whether it's just an energetic blockage or a mental blockage, spiritual, it usually does create blockages in our actual body. Like, you know, actual things physically drain us and happen with us. So to maybe offer forgiveness, try to see something in peace and harmony, accept change if it comes through. That's the only thing that's inevitable, is change is always going to happen. Sometimes it's changes we love, and sometimes it's changes we do not like. But the reality is you have to be at the center of your wheel. You have to bring that beautiful, loving attention back to yourself so that you can have that loving energy just kind of reflect around you. And hopefully it reflects the beautiful partnerships and situations back into your world. So it's that mirror of reflection that creates growth and beauty, changing together, elevation, healing. But there's free will, so that doesn't always happen. But it does look like in whatever you are thinking about, it will eventually come into harmony and a peaceful resolution. It is possible. It is possible to have this solid foundation somewhere. I just heard build me up, Buttercup. Why do you build me up, Buttercup, baby, just to let me down? Mess me around, and then worst of all, that's a cute song. Balance. I just think of the movie with oh my goodness, what's the movie with Cameron Diaz and she has the crazy crap in her hair sticking up. It's so good. It's balance, it's peace and happiness, love and happiness. Now that sometimes I have no music and sometimes it just wants to come on through. Love and happiness, Marvin Gaye, balance, peace. This looks so zen. You know, something that happens step by step, little by little. You know, sometimes you have to build something up and it does have to fall over. And you have to build something up somewhere else and or where you are and try it again. So, whatever that is, if it has to do with family, it is possible to build something up. And sometimes something falls over and we go somewhere else and we build something up with those people or that person that really, really get us. Sometimes we can return back and try something again and see if the timing is better. And it's life. We just have to go with every day that we have. But every day is a chance to try to mend something. Try to use that truth of your soul. Make something productive, something you feel good at, proud about. bring some change into your world. You know, if you've just been sitting there in denial and holding those beautiful strings, you know, of creativity you want to do something with, you have to sometimes push that change forward. You can't push somebody else to change, but you can change yourself. Now I just thought of Man in the Mirror. A lot of songs. Harmony. Okay, let's go to the tarot. Let's switch it up. Go to the tarot. See what's coming through. I just looked at this. I'll show you. I didn't put it down. I put it upright. It does say cycles. And there's change. The winds have changed. I'll just read this quick. The wind blows. The wheel turns. We go through cycles just like nature because we are a part of nature. I'm going to put this down now so I don't look again. It has a windmill. Now I just thought of the Gorillaz. Windmill. It's really pretty. It's actually the wind coming through and making changes to turn on a power supply, to make something productive. Because if this has like grain or something like that inside, it is actually taking those wheels of change, that energy, making some movement, and actually creating something in your world that's like nutritious. I just think of like wheat or, you know, bread, something that can actually supply and help many people like eat. It's kind of what I see, like real old school windmill. Ooh, what tarot should we use, guys? Should we go a little modern? I think I brought that one, except I don't see it. I think I brought it. Not the modern tarot, but the, yeah, I do. The urban tarot. This one just feels like New York City. Let's just get some cards, some energy, clarity for you guys on harmony, productivity, changes, cycles, a big yes, a peaceful resolution. Maybe just understanding this if that's somebody else that's running. Because if it's somebody else, you can't control someone else. Sometimes they come back. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they come back completely changed. Sometimes they come back exactly the same. One card for the collective. Please and thank you. Ooh, all right. Well, it probably does have to do with, family or chosen family. This could be a marriage. This could be a future marriage. This is your spirit. This could be you going back to school. This could be you at your job. This is usually where you get some, it feels different. I mean, even if you're at school, it's the Hierophant. So it does feel somewhat spiritual, like that spiritual path. It doesn't feel mundane because what you're pursuing, what you're studying, what you're around, it does usually feel like you're a real part of it. Like it's your truth. It's a destiny thing. But you have to take those spiritual lessons that you learn and put them into your actual reality and live the lessons, not just listen to it and have it leave one ear and write it down. That was a beautiful sermon. That was a nice, Bible study. That was a lovely lecture that I heard on whatever. And then you don't actually study it or put use into it. This is sometimes rules, where rules are put in place so things work. For some of you, you could actually be, getting married. You have someone who's marrying you. It doesn't have to be someone spiritual. It could be a good, dear friend. For some of you, this could be something in a church or a temple. Or since you do have dietary change here, I would say maybe recognizing how your body is a temple. Treat it beautifully. Treat your body well. You do have the Dove of Peace here. The Hierophant is a Taurus energy. But it could be big changes in any of these schools, institutions, jobs, where usually it's between you and at least one other person to have certain rules in place so that things work smoothly and they're productive. Where's the productive card? I have no idea where it went. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's this one. Being productive. And sometimes you do have to look at the actuality of a situation, the reality of a situation, if the rules ain't working anymore, because changes happen, cycles happen, things become different. So certain rules you had in the past might not work for now or into the future. And you have to have clear communication so people are on the same page and be able to rewrite those rules. You know, sometimes I think the easiest way is that stop sign thing. I think it's very direct and easy and simple. If you have a neighborhood, there's no stop sign, it wasn't working, you need to put a stop sign. If it becomes more populated and the stop sign's not working, everyone's like, you go, no, you go, you go, you go, you go. Maybe you have to have a stop light. Maybe you eventually have to have something so people can walk across the street. Walk, don't walk. Maybe it becomes even more populated and you have to have the fancy ones where they say walk, 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 you know, where they have the like, that you can actually hear it. But as things change, as things grow, and cycles happen, you can't always rely on those same old rules. Sometimes this is just you really tapping into your spirituality and putting it into practice. If this is upside down, it's refusing to change. It's refusing to see that there is a reality in a situation. It's refusing to even sometimes be part of a group or in agreement or have that conversation where it's following something you feel like is a destiny. It is a spiritual direction for you, and you're just not making those changes. Or someone else. At the bottom, you do have Judgment. I was going to pull another card, but let's look at that, which is the Aeon. This woman, she's walking on the wall, looking at the past of all these people. They either did something magnificent or special, maybe part of a war or some kind of movement. Maybe she knows somebody on that wall, maybe she doesn't. But when Judgment comes through, it's a huge call from above, from the divine or in yourself to actually really pull up that mirror. Where's the mirror? And really look at the reflection you have. How you're reflecting yourself. Is it your truth? Have you made changes if there's something that you didn't feel good about from the past? Is there something you could do differently? Is there something that wasn't said? Is there something you could say? Is there a direction you want to go? It's usually something that comes through where you feel like it's not just little. It's like the trumpet sounding from the heaven to make a change, to really make a judgment call. It's releasing judgment on others because everyone has free will and their own room to grow. Express their feelings, to feel whatever they feel about whatever situation they're in, because feelings are just the truth of our heart. Oh wow, there is a reflection here. That's really cool. Look, she looks all modern, but it's like she's reflecting here. It looks like someone has like an old time dress on, kind of like this. It does look like this. I don't know if you can see it. Different color in this little like suitcase. It looks like a Mary Poppins purse. Maybe you got a Mary Poppins purse. You got all kinds of stuff in there. Wait up, needle and thread. I got that. Mints. I got that. A hammer. Oh, I got one in my purse. But this is usually where, after this card comes, you feel so much better. You feel so much more balance in your life because you actually changed. You actually learned a lesson. You ended a karmic cycle. You aren't going to repeat a pattern. You got your spiritual wings. You elevated to a whole separate classroom in life. And you're ready to start new, because then the world comes after judgment, which is that big take a bow. It's a really big ending. I'm sorry if she's really loud. I don't even know what she's barking at. I don't even know what she's looking at. She's like barking at something random. Maybe she sees something I don't. All right, so let's take this. I'm going to wait till she's done barking. We're going to pull another card on the Hierophant and Judgment. Be right back. I paused that on 40, 45. You also have 520. Maybe that's a date or a birth date or time you see on the clock. Let's get another card. These are also really big cards. I do have to mention, when it's a major arcana situation, it's a very big deal. It's not minor arcana, like little scenarios that we go through everyday life, you know, living our day-to-day world. But the big ones, when it's like this, it's usually it's a bigger situation that's happening. And it's finding your center. And I hear gravitation. I'm not sure why. Maybe you're gravitated towards something new. Gravitation, gravity. I think Gravity is a song too. I think that's Gravity is that I can't think of his name. He's really good. He's the one that has The Body is a Wonderland. I am totally brain farting on his name though. Collective on Judgment and the Hierophant, please. Thank you. Oh, wow. All right, so you have 9. Well, this is a smaller situation because it's a minor arcana. I'll show you at the bottom too. You do have the 4 of Swords, which brings you back to peace. And actually, these are really good together. Oh, nice. I like these two together. Because if this is a 9, it means it's almost over. But it was probably what you or someone else was going through before this big judgment call and or rule change came about. Or this marriage of whatever it is between you and someone else, or you in a situation that feels like it's your truth. Because that can be like a union. This is really getting stuck in your head. It's anxiety. It's not sleeping right. Here it's actually called cruelty. It's like something is broken on the ground, broken dream. It's like a childhood toy. It makes me think of a singer, but I don't have a song. She's really, really cute. She has a little space between her teeth. And I think she won one of those shows. And I can't get her name right now, but I will find the song I'm thinking about and put it below. 9 of Swords is, these swords are very organized and neat. These could be many, many different scenarios that are keeping you up at night. Sometimes it's having nightmares. Sometimes this card upside down is actually not even so bad. This looks like an organ right now, or a crown, or a fence. See, like the corner of a fence. But they're not touching. Nothing is actually touching you or touching you anymore, causing this is mental confusion. When you're mentally unclear about something or overwhelmed in scenario land, making up the what ifs. You're not actually in the situation, you're just trying to think of something way too much. It's an overthinker here, to the point where you're overthinking something so much that it's actually affecting your energy and your sleep, your rest. You're not getting plugged in enough at night. But that overthinking doesn't always have to be something bad, even though this card is cruelty. I look at things all different ways. It could be overthinking about something that was really beautiful. You could be overthinking about a particular little pocket in your You movie that was so special, and you're just dreaming for it to happen again, or how it could happen again, or beautiful possibilities, but you're still losing sleep, or someone else is, or was, because the 9 means it's almost over. It probably requires this big decision, a big actualization in you, starting to feel productive, bringing attention back to you, harmony in yourself, usually ends up restoring harmony all over. Really starting to make some changes. Throw that monkey wrench in the situation and do it different, and you'll probably think of the solution you've been waiting for. I also just heard prayer. Maybe you get some divine help, a divine intervention, a divine solution that feels a little more like this spiritual energy. But when this comes through, it means it's pretty much almost done, which is really good. It's a 9. And if it's that's done, it brings you back to the 4 of Swords, which is truce, balance, peace, harmony. I have so many cards in front of me today. What do we have? What was I looking for? Here it is. Peaceful resolution. And it's finding this center point. It could be you and someone else, or your right and your left brain, your masculine, your feminine, putting down these swords. Usually this answer comes through deep meditation, having some space to process what's going on. And once this harmony, once you feel different in your energy, like you know, have the possibility to build a new solid foundation and structure step by step in your life, where you get more yeses within yourself and around you, it does change your energy. It does help you sleep more. It is possible that there's a person in your life, maybe someone in your family and or chosen family, that helps you with a peaceful resolution or helps guide you along your way. I'm even getting that some of you could actually have someone in your life you just really sleep well with. Maybe some of you were just in a situation you didn't sleep well with someone else before, or the energy in your situation, or I don't know, I see like 2 people sleeping really cool, like really relaxed in bed together. But sometimes this comes through. It could be a work situation, getting overwhelmed by something that happened at work. Maybe it happens consistently. And you taking yourself out of that work situation, and or maybe actually speaking up, standing your ground, having a conversation that changes the rules a little bit, and that actually resolves the situation if that's work. This looks like, it does look like a podium. Wow, you guys might look at, let me show you the connection in these. It's really cool. I saw the podium first with that beautiful lady and the sun. Where is she? She has the mirror, but she looks like she's standing at a podium, right? Now look at this. Also, I think of that as possibly being a place where you could put a sewing machine, but then you have this priest at a podium, and now you're either in the audience or getting to get up on that podium, speak up. Maybe you're going to something, a show. This could be a concert. This could be something, I mean, it could be something you see online, where you and a bunch of people are watching somebody talk, but it's really motivating. It actually like snaps you to see a different direction, or see a situation totally different, and really makes some changes in you. It's really cool. So maybe a podium for some reason is something that's meaningful to you, or you see. Maybe you're a public speaker, or you speak in a company, or maybe this is you speaking up for someone else within your family, actually speaking to someone if that's chosen family. Because right now here, the podium is empty. So someone has to step up to that podium, step up to bat. Sometimes I feel like this is also the yoga card, the grounding card. Ground yourself back down to earth. You do have actualization. Maybe 4 different people coming into harmony. Or 5, and that's you, but it is a 4, which is stability. I just think of the 4, it's like the 4 corners of a table. You know, if you're missing one of those kind of wobbles, you know, one's the wrong size, it kind of tipper tappers over. I think I just made those words up. But when, you know, you start to look at your own 4 corners and have that structure, something can be built on that foundation. Whew. Let's do maybe one. What are we at? Oh, it's kind of these readings. Can we do one more card? I feel like when I go to the tarot, sometimes it resolves it, and sometimes it makes it deeper. But I kind of feel like I need a deeper message, so let's just do one card and see what comes through. Clarity on the 4 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Judgment. The Collective, please and thank you. Oh, we have a Queen. She's so beautiful. This is the Queen of Wands. You also have a 10 here. Let's take these 2. So this is you not having to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders or in your hands. It's like you're dropping stuff here. This is something that's almost done. You're done carrying a burden. You're done straining all your energy and running on empty. This could be somebody else as well. If it's here, they're stubborn. They're not giving something up even though they're handling it on their own. It's not being strong enough and, you know, confident enough to sometimes have to delegate some power. Sometimes you have to give your power away and let someone else give it a go, give it a try, give you a hand. This guy's so silly. Look at him. You know, he's trying to carry all of these big sticks by himself. They're falling on the ground, and he's so overwhelmed by doing something on his own, taking these big steps, can't see his way forward, that he walked right by this wheelbarrow. How much easier would it be if you just put those sticks in a wheelbarrow? But it's change. You have to change your focus so you see solutions. You know, anything's possible. Maybe the wheelbarrow looks in place, but maybe you had a broken wheel and he does have to carry this all one time. In which case, you got to go back, bring that hammer that you have in your Mary Poppins purse and fix the wheel. But when this comes through, it means this is ending. Feeling alone, feeling like you got to do it all on your own or someone else does. Changing it the next go around so something doesn't feel so heavy. Having a situation that comes into your world and taking that blessing to have harmony in your life. If it's that you have to take this huge load and actually walk down the road into a different direction to find that harmony, that's okay too. It doesn't mean you can't go back. Maybe you're going to go back feeling a lot lighter once you put that down. And it looks like whatever you're doing, it's not just bringing harmony, it's making you uber confident. She's so sexy. This could be a fire sign. Sometimes this is an actual character that's coming through to give you a little boost of confidence, boost in your creativity, you know, pep in your step, support. She loves to compliment. She loves to see the talents in others. She recognizes how everybody is special and important because it's not threatening to her because she has such a confidence inside her soul. She has this beautiful inner beauty and this outward, I don't know, it's like magnetism with this queen. She's usually a fire sign, but she doesn't have to be. It's like an Aries, a Leo, a Sagittarius. They have, you know, he or she has a very expansive energy, wants to have new adventures, wants to definitely throw that monkey wrench in a situation and give something a go. Usually the spotlight just kind of finds her, even if she's sort of a hermit and doesn't really want the spotlight, it kind of finds her anyway because her energy is so big and warm and beautiful that she just kind of attracts things to her. Upside down, she's not attracting the right things because she's too full of herself. She is not recognizing the other star players that are around her that are also important and special and beautiful. She's not helping others lift them up because she wants the starring role. And it's all about her being in that spotlight, being seen, being noticed. But that's usually because there's a lack of inner confidence inside of her. She can put on a good front and show a lot of strength, but it doesn't mean inside she's really feeling that way. Sometimes, you know, we get a little stumble. We have days where we're not feeling so confident, so it doesn't have to be a whole huge personality trait. Sometimes it's just a weird day. But I do feel like this is the queen, that if she sees somebody around her that can help her, you know, change her energy, pick up the load a little, give her some advice on something she doesn't know something about, she's gonna like welcome that help. If somebody wants to get up and sing a duet with her, and she's like, hey, either maybe you're still learning, come on up here, let's give you a chance in the spotlight. Or maybe it's someone equally as awesome as she is, and imagine how cool that duet is. It's like even better with this harmony around her. And she has a lot of orange here, so it is creativity. Her heart is exposed. She's got this beautiful, like, décolletage, you know? Maybe you notice somebody's, like, this area, like the collarbone, male or female. But it is a feminine energy. So it is not really having to push something so hard, although this is the queen that can definitely get up there and be boss lady. She can definitely wear the pants. She can definitely be a little bit aggressive if she needs to be, but her innate nature is that things just come to her. They do kind of fall in her lap. Opportunities just kind of, because everyone wants to be around her. Everyone feels like she's sunshine and they're just like, oh, I just want to come to you, you know, be around you. She definitely is an energy uplifter for sure. Okay, so let's do una más to sum this up. Do I have the power cards? Yeah, let's do that one. One more. Clarity for the collective. Oh, and the Queen of Wands. The Ten of Wands. The Four of Swords. The Nine. Should I show you all these again? There's a lot of cards in front of me today. The Nine of... Right. The Ten of Rods. The Queen of Rods. Let's put them there. The Four of Swords. The Nine of Swords. Judgment. And the Hierophant, which I can't seem to find where he went. Well, let's just continue, not get stuck on it. Change, actualization. There he is. Being productive. Starting to say yes. Really feeling harmony. And a peaceful resolution. One more card, please, and thank you. And it's using your intuition, which is feminine energy. The universe is in the middle of the woods. And a random ball. Aren't they? That just makes me think of those weird, big, huge stone balls in the middle of the jungle. Makes you think, right? I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but they find those big spheres, like in really weird places of the world, perfectly circle. I'll show you that. And then there's the 2 deer. Hold on, I'll show you something. There's a man. Ooh, all my cards are falling. There's a man in the middle of the woods here. I need my big boy. I hope this works and you can see it. Let's see if this works with my camera. You see back there? Back there. There's a person. It's like that 4 of Swords energy. Sitting in meditation in the woods with a gigantic ball and a couple deer. And the pool of the universe underneath you. 23, that's a 5, that's a change. Hold on. Now I need my readers. It's a little bit too much to use my gigantic magnifying glass. So let's sum this reading up for you guys. It's from the left side of your body comes the female energy. Whether you're a man or a woman, within this, I mean, you definitely have female energy. Female energy. Is that Willow? Where does she go? Oh my. Do we get to see that beautiful queen again? Here she is. Within this femaleness, the feminine consciousness lives your intuition. Intuition is the intelligence of your mind body. Feel what is true within your mind body rather than knowing what is true in your mind, which would definitely be this. Getting stuck in your head, getting stuck in your ego, getting stuck on your, the 3D hamster wheel of something. You have to bring spirit and intuition back into a situation, especially if it requires a big judgment call. You can be as logical as you want, productive as you want, make all the plans, but if you are not involving your intuition and spirit and your heart, you're missing a huge capacity of intelligence that your heart has. And a big old side of that scale is just going to be unbalanced. Also, if you're all in your feelings, if you're all in your intuition and you're not being logical at all, you're also going to be imbalanced. Feel what is true in your body, mind, rather than knowing what is true in your mind. Intuition does not have the clouds of accumulated knowledge to distort your vision. Intuition simply sees what is the truth. With intuition, you can feel the source of your being. I think I just heard Simple Kind of Life. Is that another No Doubt song? Gwen. Hey, Gwen. Your energy's coming through today. With intuition, you can feel the source of your being without reasoning it away and being filled with doubt. Doubt destroys your intuition. Your power always lies in the balance between the mind and the intuition. Kind of like what I like to say at the beginning of these readings. So, I hope this reading was helpful for you guys. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you so much for being here. You guys are so special. You mean so much to me. And I love you so much. And I'll see you soon. Bye.